Have you ever pondered the roots of the Russian Mafia? It's a tale that spans centuries, with origins that can be traced back to the Russian Empire. But it wasn't until the establishment of the Soviet Union that the notorious vory v zakon, or thieves-in-law, rose to prominence as leaders of prison groups in forced labor camps, adhering to a well-defined code of honor. The aftermath of World War II in 1945 saw an upheaval in the underworld. The death of Joseph Stalin in 1953 and the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991 triggered the emergence of more gangs. They thrived in a flourishing black market, exploiting the unstable governments of the former Soviet Union. According to Louis Freeh, who headed the Federal Bureau of Investigation, between 1993 and 2001, the Russian Mafia posed a significant threat to the United States in the mid-90s. By 2012, an estimated 6,000 groups were in operation. More than 200 of these groups had a global reach. The criminals within these groups were a motley crew of former prison members, corrupt officials, business leaders, and individuals bound by ethnic ties or shared criminal experiences. In December 2009, Timur Lakonin, the head of the National Central Bureau of Interpol within Russia, argued that while crime involving former compatriots abroad existed, there was no evidence of an organized structure of criminal groups comprising former Russians abroad. However, in August 2010, Alain Bauer, a criminologist from France, claimed that the Russian Mafia was one of Europe's best-structured criminal organizations operating on a quasi-military level in their international activities. The Russian Mafia has been among the world's most powerful, dangerous, and feared criminal organizations since the 1980s. Today, they remain one of the world's largest, deadliest, and most powerful crime syndicates. The collective Russian Mafia groups have even been referred to as a criminal superpower by the FBI. The Russian Mafia bears many similarities to the Italian Mafia. Both groups' organizations and structures follow a similar model, and they share a portfolio of criminal activity. The highly publicized Italian Mafia is believed to have inspired early criminal groups in Russia to form mafia-like organizations, eventually spawning their own version. The Russian Mafia, however, differs from the Italians due to their environment. The level of political corruption and arms sales in post-Soviet Russia facilitated their massive expansion and the incorporation of many government officials into the crime syndicates. Russian Mafia groups have also been involved in uranium trading, stolen from the Soviet nuclear program, and human trafficking, among other serious activities. The Russian criminality can be traced back to Russia's imperial period, which began in the 1720s, in the form of banditry and thievery. The majority of the population were peasants, living in poverty, and criminals who stole from government entities and shared the profits among the people earned a Robin Hood-like status. These criminals grouped and started their own code of conduct, which was based on strict loyalty with one another and opposition against the government. This group, known as the Vorovskoy Mir, Thieves' World, thrived and survived through the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917 and into Joseph Stalin's reign. In summary, the Russian Mafia's roots stretch back to the Russian Empire, but it was the establishment of the Soviet Union and subsequent political instability that allowed it to flourish. Today, it remains a formidable force in the world of crime, with a complex structure and a wide range of criminal activities. Despite attempts to suppress it, the Russian Mafia has adapted and evolved, maintaining its status as a criminal superpower.